So, very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, is organized a world record daily webinar series 2. Today we are completing 307, the session of the series, and the keynote speaker for today's session is on dais Honorable Dr. Vineetha K R ma'am. So firstly, I welcome to you madam for this dais. I welcome the chief organizer, our ideal principal M.M. Bedkar sir. Also welcome faculty members of my college and all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is emerging IoT chip technologies. IoT means the Internet of Things, that is a chip technology. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Dr. Vineetha ma'am. At present she is serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science at Christ deemed to be University, Bangalore, Karnataka. So with this brief introduction, now I request you, madam, please start your presentation on the topic emerging IoT chip technology. You are most welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving a wonderful welcome. Thank you for the invitation to be a guest speaker to a 307 World Webinar series conducted by Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya and their organization team. It is a great pleasure to be a guest speaker and get a good audience. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Bedkar and Prashant Udgarecha. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Shall I move to my session? Okay. Have you visible, sir, and audible?
Yes, madam, you are audible and screen also visible. Please continue.
Okay. Good evening, all. Once again, this is Dr. Vineetha, Assistant Professor, Custom Ties deemed to be University, Bangalore. Here I am going to introduce the emerging Internet of Things chip technology session for your kind understanding. What is IoT? Before starting, I just ask the audience what is IoT, Internet of Things. Anybody?
Means it provides the internet to the any device, etc.
Yes, it is provide internet from any daily usable devices. We can define this. The Internet of Things is a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronic software and sensors and network connectivity, which is provided the data and exchange the data. We know that IoT allows objects to be censored, controlled remotely across existing networks infrastructure. They're creating opportunities for more direct integration between the physical world and computer-based system and resulting the improved efficiency, accuracy, and economic benefit. Why is Internet of Things so important? Anybody? Why this Internet of Things? Now IoT is a domain era, artificial intelligence and domain era, and machine learning, everything is coming. Why Internet of Things is so important? Anybody?
Interacting with their environment, and it is making them smart and connecting more devices.
Exactly. I just described why the Internet of Things so important. We know that over the past few years, IoT has become one of the most important technology of this 21st century. We know that we can connect everyday objects, kitchen appliances, cars, thermostats, baby monitors to the internet via some embedded devices. This provides the seamless communication is possible between people, process, and things. In our home also, lot of embedded devices are available. Our automated washing machine system, our automated microwave oven, our automated and the internet electric gas system, automated bell system, automated door opening system. Everything is available in our home. By means of the loss of computing, it is connected to some data and algorithm, mobile technology, some sensor technologies. What is coming to the physical things can share and collect data with minimal human intervention. This is the usage. We know that in this hyper-connected world, digital system can record, monitor, and adjust each interaction between the connected things. So the conventional world meet the digital world and they cooperate the IoT devices for easy utilization and the daily user-friendly, easy-going of life. Here, Internet of Things. What is the meaning of things? We know that in that IoT sense can refer the things we can just refer according to the IoT sense. It refers to a wide variety of devices such as heart monitoring implants, biochip transponders on farm animals, electric clamps on coastal waters, automobile with built-in sensors, some DNA analysis device for pathogen monitoring. These things, everything containing a single objects or single chips or sensor devices. That's called things. This device collects useful data with the help of various existing technologies and then autonomously flow the data between the communication. This means things. Things means that in this IoT sense, for an object that access the internet, use some information and communicate and pass. Moving to the history of IoT, we know that we already use RFID chips, RFID cards, our ID cards, or in the shopping when we move to the market, we some purchase some items coming under barcodes, and we scan the QR codes. More and more daily using thing is QR code, some Bluetooth devices, everything. The starting stages of IoT things, starting devices of IoT things. The concept of the Internet of Things first became a popular in 1999 through the Auto ID Center at MIT and related market analysis publication. Starting from radio frequency identification was seen as the prerequisite for the IoT at that point. Radio frequency identification, we know, we seen the prerequisite for the IoT in that point. If all objects and people in daily life be equipped with the identifiers, computer could manage the inventory them using the barcode, using the QR code, using other digital watermarking or Bluetooth marking, Bluetooth devices, everything used for the.
Excuse me, Vinita. PPT is not moving also and put it in presentation mode, please.
Is it? Have you visible, ma'am?
Yeah, it is visible,
Yes.
but it is not moving also and it is not in presentation mode. Pa.
Okay. I'm not moving the slide. I've just explained the slide.
Okay, fine, fine.
Shall I escape from the full screen? Have visible now?
It would be better if you made it full screen.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, history of IoT. I just described this. Simple concept only mentioned the slide. I would like to explain more my orally. That's why. Yeah, coming to this history, that radio frequency identification that was seen in the prerequisite for the IoT at that point of our history part. We know that if all objects and people in the daily life were equipped with identifiers, computers could manage and inventory them. Besides using the RFID, we know that tagging of things may be achieved through such technologies near field communication, barcodes, QR codes. When we enter in some libraries, when we some entering some offices, we just scan our RFID ID card. This is the starting equipment of IoT devices. Today's my session moving not only about that IoT devices, I'm moving may concentrate the IoT chip devices usage. Here I am concentrate only two application area with the time constraint. I'm concentrate that some agriculture and the medical application. That is two domains examples only I mentioned this today's class. Okay, moving to the next slide, how IoT works. There are no hardware equipments, no hardware explanation, chip devices, details, nothing I am not mentioned. The generalize the working structure. Here, first component is RFID. I already told you that regarding that RFID. From the RFID concept, the IoT chip concepts coming. RFID, which means the radio frequency identification to identify and track the data of things. Then RFID things coming to the sensor part to collect and process the data to detect the changes in the physical status of things. The sensor is including that devices, RFID is there. Then it moving to the smart technology, smart tech, which means the proper network. A good network provide good services to enhance the power of the network by devolving the processing capabilities to different part of the network. We can use high MB, high GB data in an using of IoT devices. It provide good result. Then coming to the smart tech, it moving to nanotech chip. Nanotech, which means the chip concept coming from the nanotechnology. The nanotechnology is a small size chips that inserted in the processor devices. It executed all the prerequisites of the user based on the devices. To make the smaller and smaller things have ability to connect and interact. That is the working structure of IoT devices. First starting RFID, second is moving to sensor, then moving to smart tech, then moving to nanotech chip concept. Okay, coming to my session, why need IoT chips? We already know that IoT chips. Anybody? IoT chips uses any some devices, please. For example, I already told that agriculture we can use IoT chips. I am exemplify the agriculture area. Any IoT devices from agriculture area? Any sensor devices? Okay. Okay. I just mentioned IoT in that IoT chips details. IoT chips is a specialized integrated circuit embedded in machine objects and things with the help of embedded technologies such as processors, sensors, connectivity, ICs, small ICs, memory devices, and logic devices. It can used in the IoT sensors, smart gateways, etc. It provides a connectivity, data processing, and communication for easy going. Based on the size device, based on the device capacity, the chip integrity, chip enabling connectivity, we can enhance and can enhance the advanced functionality. That's why I'm telling it is to provide connectivity, data processing, and communication. For that purpose, we can use IoT chips inside a IoT sensor. Coming to one application area, Internet of Things, the future of agriculture. In agriculture area, we know that in India or in the world, most of the food items coming from this agriculture part. The urban citizens in developed countries may be unaware of the fact that 70% of world poor make living through farming only. The problem of in agriculture area, there is no an issue. There is no issue to implement the IoT devices in the agriculture purpose. The cost of IoT hardware, nevertheless, is not the main problem for farmers in the developing countries. Still, the problem is still the insufficient broadband internet coverage. That is what keeps many farmers away from the contemporary IoT achievements, unfortunately. Lot of IoT equipment in the salad days of millennium. Multifarious IoT devices or equipments we can use in agriculture area. Because of the insufficient broadband internet service, that is only the issue the poor farmers couldn't possible to use the IoT devices in this era. In addition to helping to modernize the traditional farming practice, IoT-based smart farming also focus on organic farming, family farming, constrained spaces, specific cattle and cultures, preservation of particular and farming that is highly transparent. Everything you can use under this IoT devices. It is easily we can use. Some other applications, some major application in IoT devices, IoT chips devices in agriculture area, monitoring crops, animals, and weather to transform available parameters into valuable data, optimization of use water and land, reduction of the waste and GHG emissions, improving work efficiency through better planning based on consultant collaborative data, improving resilience through the mitigation of vulnerabilities to environmental disasters such as droughts, floods, wildfires, global warming, etc. Reduction of the cost to boost both productivity and affordability of agriculture products. These are the benefits and applications of some IoT devices we can implement in this agriculture area. Moving on to exemplify one device, the biochip transponder. Biochip transponder, here it is an injectable ID chip. It is also called an chip transponder. It is an electronic device that is inserted under the skin of an animal, not only the cattle, to provide the animal with a unique identification number. In this figure, we know that a cow, that a chip is inserted in the skin, under the skin of a cow. Here, some devices name, some company provided this type of chip. It's called MT-WIT. Then the new IoT devices used for the farmers. An implementable health tracker. Yeah, there's a company. That's company the MT-WIT that provided by an Australian IoT startup Medivet. They provide these devices for identifying some issues happen in the here exemplify the cow's body. We can monitor the cow's health structure. Before, what they use in the companies, before for the cattle monitoring, what they use is, however, the rest of IoT devices for such an application belonging mainly to wearable devices that we can hanging in their tails, we can hanging in their cow's body or ears or something. It is the cause is the problem is the devices may be lost. For overcoming that problem, this company provide these type of MDVET devices for censoring chip devices that is fixing inside of the cow body or animal body. Since the cattle could hardly be convinced against losing the IoT device, the most secure place for sensors should be found literally inside a cow. Being implanted under the cow skin, the MD-Veta sensors become an integral part of the cattle. We can easily monitor that animal health issues. We can monitor where the animal move, everything. This is some device name is MT-Vet.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, slides are not moving.
Now it's
You
okay.
are on the page history of IoT.
Yeah,
You are
MT-Vet,
on this
right.
page. If
Sir,
possible, please go to the proper page.
Now I am this okay?
Now it's the picture of cow. Yes, madam. Please explain.
Okay. Shall I read once again? Is it me?
Not necessary, madam. Move
Okay,
ahead.
sir.
No problem.
Just a small. I just introduced this. The devices this called MDWIN. It's an Australian company product for the injectable ID chip. This is called a biochip transponder. It is an electronic device that is inserted under the skin of the animal. We can track the animal movement. We can track the animal health issues and everything. Moving to the next slide, it's a greenhouse control microclimate. That's a package system provided by one Canadian company. One of the most promising IoT application in agriculture is automation of the smart greenhouses. We can automated the agriculture, what we call that farming methods, soil stage, and the environment details, everything we can easily predict and identify the problem in that they are planning. To create an optimal growing environment, and growers need to control the temperature, humidity, artificial lighting, UV light levels, soil moisture, pH levels of the soil, and every aspect of the environment. We can easily identify, we can use this types of greenhouse and control microclimate chips. We can easily identify and predict the soil pH levels, temperature change, light levels, everything. They also need to optimize the application of inputs for crop health and nutrition. This is the another application. First agriculture application I mentioned, that empty wet devices and then injectable ID chips. Second one, greenhouse and control microclimate chips. Okay. They also need to optimize the application of inputs for crop health and nutrition. It is the main use of this chip. Researchers using this greenhouse to mirror growing climate for region. They are testing crop varieties can also optimize their data collection efforts with these type of IoT sensors. These are the two example only I explain here for the agriculture application by using IoT chips. And moving to some medical applications, we know that in recent years with the advancement of the integration of technology such as the internet of things and artificial intelligence coupled with the higher broadband connections of 5G networks, the traditional IoT medical industry is now it is known as internet of medical things. The traditional IoT devices now known as what? Internet of medical things. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated and the shift towards IOMT to realize the progress of telemedicine with zero contact of health monitoring devices and online consultation, and has promoted the rapid growth of the semiconductor that are everything coming in the market, like such as memory chips, everything used in that medical era, that is now known as Internet of Medical Things, IOMT. Moving one of the application of IOMT, that implantable cardiac monitors are small electrophysiology devices that used for long-term monitoring for a patient's heart electrical activity detect the block. If the patients feel some attack issue and some block issue, ECG variation issue, this type of chip inserted in his skin easily detect the problem. Here the figure that process everything here this figure mentioned. The surgeon makes some 5 mm incision in the chest about the heart. The chip is inserted. Then using specially designed some plunker and devices, we can stitch that chips in this body and monitor and transfer to the portable base station. So working after working, the input and coming input from the human body moving to that output level, the hard data is then sent to the hospital into the hospital. That is some devices. So ICM it controls the record of electrical activity of the patient's heart. This type of chip devices we can use in that our human body for identifying the heart rate, identifying the heart issues. It's a small chip. It records your heart rate and rhythm. We can identify the rhythm of our heartbeats. It is also used for help doctors understand a patient's overall heart health. They can check for arrhythmias diseases, whether the heart is it is heart is being too beating quickly or too slowly. Easily identify the heart issues everything through these devices. Moving to the another device, smart NFC ring, another sensor ring in the medical area we can use nowadays. A smart device put a huge impact on the medical field rapidly. This device will help to measure the temperature, oxygen level, and pulse rate all together. In a smart medical ring has been, it was discovered to ensure the proper treatment of some health issues. The ring, main usage of the ring is we can easily identify the pulse oximeter. We can easily identify the BP in our body, BP from our body. Everything using the ring sensor produce the result. Then moving to the last device, smart mask. The thermal camera technology here, some camera and some location thermal sensor control everything I mentioned. In this, the thermal camera technology is integrated with the smart mask powered by the Internet of Things to proactively monitor the screening system is fitted with a facial recognition technology, um, support of the facial recognition technology. We can easily identify the contact, the patients who have some issues. We can easily identify the patient's temperature and everything. Beside the smart mask, the system is fitted with the facial recognition technology. Therefore, it can also display the personal information. We can contact with in front of some person. If the person have some issues, the person temperature, everything we can monitor through this camera. It will automatically measure the temperature of each person who came into close contact with the infected humans or humans in public spaces such as markets or offices. The patient that the interacted person current body we can easily identify through this smart mask. For this new mask is the pandemic period. It is very useful. It was very useful in the healthcare and could offer a solution to preventing the growth of the coronavirus. Nowadays, the new virus are coming. The new technologies are coming. We can use these type of smart devices for our health precautions. And other few applications of IoT devices here I mentioned just for the I am here today's session I only mentioned for that agriculture some applications and medical application. The other areas of IoT applications are building and home automation. In home automation already introduced, then manufacturing, medical and healthcare systems already introduced, in media purpose and multiplexing applications, environmental monitoring in agriculture, infrastructure management, energy management, and transportation. In all era, for the multifarious devices we can use for our easy going of life purpose. So IoT devices available, IoT new chip devices are available, microchip devices are available for all of the human applications, human requirements. This is the last slide. During the time constraints, then to conclude this, it is important to note that the development in technology are ongoing, but there may have been further advancements or changes in IoT landscape. So you name it and you will have it in an IoT. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam, for the wonderful presentation. Now is the time for interaction session. Participants are requested. If you have any query, please come ahead. Dear participants.
Yes, sir. So you are in mute.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Principal sir, Prashant sir, and Madam. Wonderful presentation about the chip knowledge. And I think in the medical field, it has a great meaning. And I think we have to monitor the conditions. We are placing patients in ICU, and we have to monitor with pulse oxygen. So we have to keep one person special over there. But I think these chips will give ready-made knowledge. What I'm understanding that on the screen, you have talked about cardiac conditions. Definitely, it will help in other aspects also, like the diabetes, uncontrolled diabetes measurement. How the sugar levels are going in a daytime, nighttime. We can measure these variations, and not only that, the hypertension, renal functions. So various places we can think of this kind of devices. and really wonderful. What we used to call it as robotic information we are getting on one side, and human body we are including. So that is a great thing, engineering plus human body. So I think it will help in the future a lot. No doubt you said about the cardiac conditions where you'll find the electrical impulses which are carrying out, from the SA node, AV node. So I think that measurement is also a wonderful thing, right? So yes, perfectly wonderful. I think in the CNS also, central nervous system diseases like, epilepsy especially.
Yes,
So
sir.
we can monitor the electrical imbalances also. Is there anything for epileptic patients, because it is so uncertain for the patients, they are getting convulsion all of a sudden, and they are in the bus, they are at the road, they are on, in bathroom, they are at fire. So like that we have to, can we get, such a impulses prior to the onset. The person will recognize it on watch that I'm getting little electrical impulses, I should settle down now. So is there any kind of chip like that? Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very. Thank you for the information. Thank you for the explanation, sir. So now only the time concerns only advanced chip technology. Only I mentioned use of the main IoT chips, IoT chip technology, that a nanotip technology mainly used in the medical healthcare system. So all type of patients, all diseases coming, they are using some type
यानी
of.
यानी जिसको फिट आने वाली है, कन्वर्जन आने वाला है, उसको पहले ही समझ में आ जाएगा, है ना? So it is so wonderful that he can understand the condition, right? And he
Okay.
can place himself in the right place. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
man.
sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Any more?
Yes, sir,
If any
please.
more queries regarding this session, I am very happy to assist you for so don't hesitate to asking any doubt regarding this too. I am only use this agriculture and a medical concept only. I request Dr. Betkat sir, if you are okay for this session, give me some opportunity for I am handling that our automobile applications in the IoT chips and some other industry applications. I am in a session within our 40 minutes or 50 minutes. We can only handle for two application domain. That's why I choose this medical and agriculture. Lot of devices, lot of applications are available. Next, if you give me a chance for section, I will handle the automobile station and the industry market applications chips details. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, would like to ask something. Surya Vyas sir would like to ask. Has raised his hand. Vyas sir, please.
Very inform. जी sir.
Yeah, sir. Okay, the few 5 minutes I am waiting, sir. No problem. Any other queries coming? 5 minutes also I am waiting. Yes,
Vyas
sir.
sir,
Continue.
Vyas sir, please ask your question immediately.
Surya Vyasa. Surya
Madam is there for
Vyasa.
5 minutes. Please.
Very informative session, madam. I want to know, madam, if I any chip is inputted in the animal's body, then in long term, what negative effect affected on animal's body?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every technology have their own disadvantages. Sir. So the devices we can use, there are some limitations. The time, the duration of month, everything is. For example, our cardiac chips, if we insert in the heart, it's only for 3 months. 3 months, after 3 months, we can the chip we remove and for update that settings, instructions. Then we can observe the body. Same thing is we can use in the any animals. So the before that I already mentioned some hanging equipments we can use in it is hanged in a tail of the animal or cow. It is hanged in the ear. We already the cattle the crowded they're moving that time ear have some equipment they they what we call they crop, they paste it in that. So it is very harmful. So for avoiding that harmfulness of the animal, we can insert some chips. So that chips have some time duration. For we can not update the chips. We can check the every month. We can check that the animal health condition. We can monitor the condition. If anything happen in between, we can remove the chips and update. So observe the body. We already know that every electronic
Thanks, madam.
devices have some negative effects, like our mobile radiation and everything. Yes, sir.
I think these chips
Thanks, madam.
used for cheetahs also, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Recently, what we brought, yeah.
Yes, sir. For example, the pacemaker usage in human beings. Some patients use pacemaker. They are the doctor instead the mobile not keep in your pocket. Some radiation issue. Pacemaker coming is chip technology. There is a chip. There is an IOT chip. Is there? We can monitor the heart rate, how slow it beat, how fast it beat. Everything we can monitor. So that type of patients not use a high technology phone. It become a radiation. It provides some radiation. It's affect their health. Same. All devices have their own some radiation effect. Yes, sir. Anything else? Any query
Thank-
from the audience?
Thanks, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Once again, thank you, Prashant Gade sir and Dr. Betkar ma'am, and my sweet colleague, my daughter Nisha Bagis, introducing me for this session. I am waiting for more session with your support. So here in this session, my some Kerala, some college faculties also join here. So they are interested, which is just a platform. They inquire who is Betkar sir and everything. Maybe you will get some more faculties inquiries from sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Hope you understand the session and everything.
Yes, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Shall I leave, sir?
Yes, madam. You can leave and take rest. Thank you so much on behalf of the organizing committee members. You paid your valuable time to the series and explain a wonderful lecture in the series. Thank you so much. You can leave, madam, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Now I also thanks all their attendees, our sweet participants. Today we have finished earlier before 37 minutes it run. No issue. The madam was in hurry for some work. So thank you so much all the participants, and also thank you the chief organizer of the series of the daily webinar series. So thanks a lot once again to you all. Please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. You will get your certificate. With the kind permission, I declare today's session is over. Thanks a lot.